What is going on? Welcome back to the Come On You Know podcast. I'm your host. You know who I am. I have mad eppies in, and you know who I am by now. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so I didn't know what I wanted to talk about today, but it dawned on me. I need to talk a little bit more about my luck. So I like to say that I have the best bad luck, which means stupid stuff will happen to me, but I won't die. You know what I'm saying? Like, this will happen, but I won't crash and burn type of deal. It's enough to be annoying, but not enough that I'll have like permanent injury. So anyway, so as an example, maybe a month ago, what is this, July? So June-ish. So like I worked, had a long day at work, all of that. Ready to leave. It's like, dude, I'm going home. I'm out of here. Take the medium long trip to the elevator. Get on the elevator, out to go to the parking lot and all of that. And like literally 15 seconds on the elevator trip, which it shouldn't take that long, but this elevator sucks. It's like, dum. It's like, what is going on? Power shuts down. So I'm like, really? Like, elevator malfunctioned on me. It's like, are you kidding me? So I check my phone, 30%. It's like, I can't use my phone anymore. So I'm like, what to do? So I open up the call a cop box deal. Well, first I was pressing the button, so I realized, hey, the power is out. It's out. It's gone. So then I pressed the call a cop button deal. And it's like, it's not working. I'm tapping it, not working. I'm like, really? So everything's just completely dead. You know, I'm hungry. Phone is on life support right now. I'm like, hey, you know what? Oops, maybe I did the wrong thing. So I hold the button, the call a cop button. And that was the issue. You have to hold it. So I hold it, it rings. Dude picks up. I'm like, hey man, I'm stuck on an elevator. He's like, okay. I'm like, no, there's no okay. Power's out. You know, I'm in the dark. What's going on? He's like, well, I have to call facilities. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, all right, bye. I'm like, well, do you know which elevator I'm on? There's a couple of elevators in this building. He's like, well, sir, I have to call facilities. I'm like, all right. I mean, I guess I have no choice but to chill. Anyway, so hung up with him. I'm trying to pry. I'm like John Wick my way out of this thing. I'm like, hey, I'm going to have to climb up and pull a panel off, climb up the shaft joint, although I would not admit to anyone that I'm climbing up no shaft. So I'm trying to like figure out which direction to go in. And I'm like prying the doors open. It's like, hey, I've been doing push-ups. I tried to do it, but, well, actually I did do it, but it's multiple doors. It's like elevators were built pretty sturdy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got the inner doors open. The outer doors were like, not happening. It's like, are you serious? So anyway, I'm waiting. 10 minutes goes by. Like, yo, man, I have to call somebody. Like, I'm like Harlem Nights. It's like, dude, I don't want to run out of air. So I'm like, trying to save my air, putting my nose under my shirt, thinking I have extra air under my shirt. Yo, like, yo, this is not how I want to go out. So anyway, a couple of minutes later, like, I hear people because I didn't realize I was halfway through a floor. Like I'm trying to get to the second floor and I'm like at 1.5. You know what I mean? So like I hear people out there. I'm like, yo. And then, I kind of, it's like, I'm like, is anybody else? Is anybody out there? I'm in here. But anyway, so a couple of minutes later, power comes back on. It's like boom, doom, doom, doom. And then it stops, which I didn't even care which floor it was on. It's like, I'm out of this joint. I open the door. Actually, I press open. and it slowly opens the door, and I come out and I see somebody I know. I'm like, hey man, I was stuck on the elevator. He's like, well, were you? What did he say? He's like, were you calling for help or something like that? Or he was laughing. I was like, and I didn't realize, like, the whole building was dark. I didn't realize the power went out. And I was like, man, I was just stuck on the elevator. He was like, oh, well, I don't know what he said. I forgot. He said something like, hey, well, you made it out, or did you stop, drop, and roll, or something stupid. I'm like, dude, man, like, really? Really? So I go to work the next day, and I'm telling everybody, and they're like, oh, really? You were stuck on the elevator? I was like, Dad, well, you made it out. Get to work. Like, I appreciate that. I appreciate that you appreciate that I made it out so I can come and work for you. But anyway. So yeah, I have the best bad luck. Like, I have crazy stories, doing the craziest and making it out alive. What other best bad luck story do I have? Well, every day, traffic. Well, everybody goes with traffic, so that's not really a big deal. Not really a big deal. So, but yeah, that elevator story is pretty recent, and it was funny because the first thing that came to my mind was like, yo, I gotta like, what do they do in the movies? They look up and they kick out the panel, and then they shimmy their way up, and then they like climb up the elevator shaft joint, and then they hop from one floor to the next, and then they pull out mad assault rifles and take out the terrorist dude that's taking over the building. And I was like, yo, I looked up, I'm like, man, I don't think I could make it that far. I was trying to climb up the burlap, because it's a service elevator, a freight service joint. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta climb up this joint and make it out of here. But I was definitely trying to save my air. But anyway, so yeah, I have dumb luck like that. So you know what? I think I am gonna create or dedicate segments of this show to me having the best bad luck, because it's every day. Definitely every day. Like, it just happens. So stay tuned for the best bad luck type stories, and that's all I got.